Diamond Divas. I just wanted to share these whip and chats with you, and I'm working on, while I'm chatting with you, I am working on Just Before by Diamond Art Club. The artist is Lisa Francis Judd, and it is a 20 by 27. Okay, so now what I'm doing is, instead of the 3865 white, and that is going to be the dot, the outline, the white, the outline dots. They do not have an AB for that, but I am going to make it an AB. I have white round ABs here. They're like little pearls with shimmers. So I'm going to have to do them one at a time. And I'm going to use, oh here, gee whiz. I'm going to use a wax pencil because they do not take off the shine. So I'm going to cover up my my wax pot so that it doesn't dry out. And I'm going to start outlining. Oh, I hope these aren't too big. It might be a little big. That way, I have a nice shiny edge to the people's faces and stuff. I like the 911 shows because I like seeing, you know, people getting helped, and you know, they have an awfully tough job. And yes, I think it's kind of ridiculous. Honestly, I think the tidal waves and all the earthquakes and, you know, the sinkholes and the volcanoes that come up in the middle of Texas and all that stuff, I think that's kind of ridiculous. But, you know, they deal with home invasions. They deal with getting people out of burning buildings and all kinds of things. And I just... we need more people on the earth that do things like that, who are heroes in that way. Do you have relatives that do that? My dad used to be a volunteer fire police person. He never fought the fires, but he was always there to help out, like to help direct traffic and stuff. When the fire whistle went, we had a scanner that would tell people, okay, it's a basement flood, or it's a accident on the turnpike, or a house on fire, whatever, and where it was. So that the volunteers would either meet at the firehouse to get their gear on and to get in a truck, or they would put their little blue light on their car and drive to the scene and help direct traffic and stuff. That's what my dad did. Yep. In my eyes, my daddy was a hero. I remember camping one time, and we camped at this place a couple times every summer. And there was a big field between it, you know, encircled by campsites. The field we used to play games on. We used to have baseball games that we, you know, just pick up games and stuff like that. You know, if you had a couple people, you had a team. Well, one day, across this field, we heard a woman yelling. And we noticed that she was getting beaten up by her boyfriend. Now, you know how many people in this world would just not do anything. They might stay at a distance and call. I don't know if 911 was around then, but they would call 0. They would call an emergency number. Or not get involved at all. Right? But, you know, my dad noticed that standing around in other campsites around this field, everybody was looking on, but nobody was doing anything. So, Daddy started running. He said he had no idea what he was going to do when he got there, but he started running toward this guy who was beating up his girlfriend. And as soon as my daddy did that, other men came right alongside of him. As soon as he started, other people came to join him. So that, you know, he didn't have to stand there against the guy alone. But just the intimidation of a whole bunch of men coming to her aid, telling him to knock it off. That was enough to get him to knock it off and leave. Then other help was brought in, but yeah. In my eyes, my daddy was a hero. Yep. He's been gone now for a while. And even as an adult, even as I'm entering my 60s, the end of the year, I still miss him. He was an awesome daddy. He had his faults. He had his troubles. As we all do. But to me, he was an awesome daddy. He would be out there with my brother when he was younger, throwing catch in the driveway. Throwing a softball or baseball back and forth. He was a teacher, so every July we would pack up a camper and just take off for the month. We went out west, we went to New England, we went to Florida, we drove around a lot. And I didn't get to go to the Midwest, but we saw, you know, Yellowstone, we saw Wyoming, Grand Tetons, we saw Mount Rushmore and the bison in the plains and Petrified Forest and Grand Canyon and tons of places around this beautiful, amazing country that we call the United States. It's New England, and I learned how to macrame at one campground. They had like a kids camp while the adults could, you know, rest or, you know, do stuff on their own. And so we learned how to macrame. And they had a miniature golf thing, and I got my first hole-in-one in a mini golf thing. I just, you know, I was so proud. I don't know, I must have been like, you know, 12, 13, something like that. Maybe younger. And I had my lobster for the first time in Maine. We went to Thousand Islands and Niagara Falls and over into Canada and Nova Scotia. We were in Ohio to visit friends and Colorado. And 80-degree day, you drive up one of the mountains there, and you start warm and hot. It gets colder as you go up. There's a thunderstorm, and all of a sudden it's snowing and lightning, and then you get to the very top of the mountain and it's hot and sunny again, and you're throwing snowballs in the middle of July. It's so much fun. Those are the kind of things you remember your entire life long. We visited a volcano in Idaho. Who knew? I didn't know there was a volcano in Idaho until we got there. We went to Wind Cave, and you don't know what dark is until you're in the bottom of a cave and they turn all the lights out. You not only can't see the nose in front of your face, you don't even think you have a nose anymore. You don't even know if you exist anymore in that darkness. We did Route 1 down California, from San Francisco to LA. We did lots of fun things along the way. I love that. I love that coastline. Gorgeous, gorgeous beaches. Since we're so close to the Atlantic Ocean where I live. Pennsylvania, not Jersey. Putting our toes in the Pacific was something different. When you sing patriotic songs and you can see in your mind's eye purple mountains, majesty, sea to shining sea, waves of fields of waves of grain and corn. You know, when you meet people from all over, when you hear different accents, when you experience the United States, when you sing patriotic songs, they mean something. In 1776, even though we lived near Philadelphia, you could get a passport, a play passport. And what you did was, there was all kinds of things that you could visit on, I guess they called it a freedom trail or something. And if you visited those things, you got those places to stamp your passport. Lots of things in and around Philly and Valley Forge and that kind of thing. Revolutionary War era things. And it was really cool. And there was this Hands Across America thing that on one particular day you're supposed to, at a certain time, you were supposed to gather with family, friends, whatever, and hold hands. And you could try to link up with people from lots of places around so that it felt like you were linking up from shore to shore. Remember that? We had friends in Ohio, in Columbus. And I remember, I was pretty young, and we visited these people in a hotel, and not a hotel, like a condo, a high-rise condo. We visited relatives, and yeah, oops, where did I put the, here it is. Oh yeah, you go through the drills. Very nice. And there was a swimming pool, like on an upper deck. And John Glenn lived there, you know, one of the first guy to orbit the Earth in a spaceship. And he was jogging around the pool, around the area. So we watched him jog around the pool. And there was a woman, a young mom, who had her young child must have been like 5. And I liked little kids at that time. I was a little kid myself, but older. And so this mom put one of those inflatable duck things around her. And I guess she thought it would keep her safe. But we were swimming together, and I'm glad I was near her because she slipped down through the rubber ducky thingy. It didn't have one of those suits, one of those bathing suits underneath it to keep you from slipping through. It wasn't that kind. And I grabbed her and pulled her out of the water and called her mom. You know. Now my mom keeps saying I saved a life. Maybe. Maybe. Oops, come on. A 310 popped out of the hole here. I'm only going to keep yapping until I'm done the sparkly 5200s along the outlines here, the face. My throat is just about shot. And I have homework to do for my class this evening. What's your favorite holiday? Christmas is my favorite holiday. Thanksgiving just after, and then Easter. What's your favorite holiday and why? I'd love to know. A lot of people say now that Halloween is their favorite holiday. They get to dress up and be somebody different. I'll never forget that one time, you know, we were in Scouts, okay? So my brother was in Cub Scouts. And we had a Halloween party. And kids are supposed to dress up, even the siblings, okay? So my brother and I dressed up in big boxes that we put black spots on. We painted white, and then we put black spots on them. We went as a pair of dice. It was so awesome. And we would have won the contest, except that they asked my mom to be one of the judges. So we were allowed to be in the parade of costumes, but we weren't allowed to win. I wanted to win so bad because our costume was so cool. But my son, when he was in Halloween, what he did was he got cardboard as well, and he cut it out, and he made himself into a cardboard toilet. And my husband helped him so that when he pulled a cord, the seat would lift up and go up and down. And he had a roll of toilet paper hanging off the side of the, you know, he was like in the back of the toilet. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was hilarious. I like creative costumes and stuff like that. Just not, you know, as a pastor, I'm just not into all the witchy poo stuff. So, anyway. That's just me. I'm almost done these sparkly 5200s. I hope it adds to the kit. It has like an Aurora Borealis coating on it, which means they sparkle and shine. They reflect light in a variety of colors. just adding a little extra to the kit, that's all. Being a little extra. Yeah. Almost done. Ew. My fanny's tired of sitting. Get up and move. It was a beautiful 72 degrees out there today. Yep. Here we go. Ooh, my knee. All right. It was interesting that they have some white, some of the white drills inside the face as well, giving it some more definition, as well as outlining the face. So. Yeah, we live on a high traffic road here. It wasn't this high traffic when we were kids. They put in a new housing development in the past recent years. And that kind of increased the traffic all over. Buses have gone by, so I know my grandkids are home. They live in the next house. We have a whole bunch of acres, and my husband and I built a house on property that my grandparents gave us when we first were married. And now my daughter and kids live with us on the property. My grandparents are no longer here. But you probably could have guessed if you know I'm 60, almost 60. But my mom does. My son does not. He's got a really good job. He just had to go to his first, what do you call it? Like a convention. And, he's in his 30s, and this is his first, or second real professional job. So, the first time he had to go to a convention, so I'm all proud of him. Yeah, that would be fun, Going to convention, the craft conventions. Wouldn't that be awesome? To be a creator or representative of a company and going to those creative conventions and demonstrating the product for people who don't know what it is, showing off the latest designs and the latest innovations in a craft area. Oh, I'd love to do that. I'd love to be a representative for a craft company. It would be so much fun. I like to travel. I'm a pretty introverted person, but I can be extroverted when I need to be, when I want to be. Yes, well. It would be a lot of fun. Wonder where I'd get a job like that. That would be so cool. I probably don't have many people left listening to me right now. I doubt that there are that many of you that are with me all the way through here to the end. If you are hanging in there, if you're working alongside of me, and you do hang in there till the end, I appreciate it. I really thank you for sticking around, sharing this time with me. Your time is valuable, my time is valuable, and we can share our valuable time together every once in a while. I thank you for that. I thank you for liking and subscribing and visiting my Etsy shop and all those kind of things that you do to support my channel, and the encouragement you put in the comments. And I appreciate every one of you. I want to bless you in return. So keep watching for, the giveaway videos. It will be announced on the thumbnail which one is the giveaway video, and it'll tell you how to qualify for it and when it's going to be drawn, and all the stuff that you need to know to be able to win one of my giveaways. And I've got so much stuff to give away. I mean, please, please enter. Basically, if you are a subscriber of this channel, if you are also a subscriber to Wanda's Workbasket Facebook group, which is where I announce the giveaway. I announce extra giveaways. I'll announce them there, and maybe it'll just be a Facebook post that you learn about the giveaways. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just starting to ramp up the giveaways, and I haven't been able to give away the first one yet. So, if you're still sticking around here, don't forget to check out the giveaways. How to win those. I've been blessed, so I want to bless you with my, extra goodies. Because I have so much stuff sitting around here that I need room. You have to have an empty hand in order to receive anything, right? Well, right now my hands are full. And I want to give stuff away so that my hands are empty again. And I will be able to receive. And if I receive more, I will give away more. That's all there is to it. What do you think? When should I do the next giveaway? I was thinking at 1,000 subscribers. I have 600 and something now. At least I did a little while ago. Let's see. Almost done. I want to get this done. I don't know if you can see where I'm at. I'm at the top of their faces. Right against the black. I remember that song. The board is black, the chalk is white. Together they learn to read and write. It's a beautiful sight. Again, that's a 60s song. Yeah. Where have you been in your travels? couple years ago, I got to go to the Mediterranean with a friend of mine who was celebrating her 10th year cancer-free. It was an awesome time. Florence. Oh, I love Florence. My favorite place in Italy. Let's see. Oh, with the Girl Scouts, I got to go to Mexico City, Cuernavaca, and Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan or Tenochtitlan. One of those two. It's the temples of the sun and the moon and Quetzalcoatl. Oh my gosh. And it was the 70s, so, you know, like late 70s. And since then, they've had much excavations. We got to climb up the temple of the, I don't know, sun or the moon, whichever one. And I loved archaeology, so it was like I was dreaming of, like, what am I stepping on? Am I stepping on, like, bodies, skeletons? Am I stepping on riches? What's underneath my feet? What secrets lie underneath there? Because they didn't go in and excavate it because they were afraid of it crumbling and stuff. Well, since then, they have excavated in there, and they do know that there was bodies and riches and, you know, sacrificial whatevers and special chambers that for rituals. I think it's fascinating. And I saw the sun wheel. They had a flood in Mexico City years before that, and there was still a line on the sun wheel, the flood line. It was amazing how far it came up. That was in the Museo Archeology. And let's see, the Folklorico Ballet, the Gardens of Xochimilco. That's where that creepy doll island is. It wasn't there when we were there in the 70s, I don't think. But okay, so thank you for going along on my world tour with me, and for hanging out as I was. Oh, here's a drill that fell loose here. Okay. Okay, thank you for hanging out with me and listening to me prattle on as we work together on this Diamond Art Club kit called Just Before by Lisa Francis Judd. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Love the colors. But I just did black and white today. So, okay, you never know. We'll get back to it soon. Alright, thank you, loves. Don't forget, as you are blessed, be a blessing to others. Make this world a better place than you found it. Alright, bye. See you soon.